The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe it.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
Will Republicans on the committee call for subpoena witnesses to testify? And if so, who are you going to ask to testify?
Oh, of course. We're going to testify. First and foremost, the first person who needs to testify is Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff is the author of this report. Adam Schiff has been the author of many things, a lot of them found to be false over the past couple of years, but he's going to be the author of this report. He's compared himself in the past to a special counsel. This is what he said he was doing. Well, if we go back to Clinton and even back to Nixon, but in Clinton, Ken Starr was the special counsel. He presented a report that we're going to get as judiciary. He actually came and sat and testified under oath and took questions from all sides, including the White House. My first and foremost witness is Adam Schiff.
So you want to bring him in before the committee, not just to present a report, but to take questions from Democrats and to be cross-examined, if you will, by the Republicans?
He needs to be. He's put himself into that position. If he chooses not to, then I really question his veracity and what he's putting in his report. I question his, the motives of why he's doing it. It's easy to hide behind a report. It's easy to hide behind a gavel in intelligence committees, behind closed-door hearings. But it's going to be another thing to actually get up and have to answer questions about what his staff knew, how he knew, what he did about the whistleblower report, his interactions that he's had with Ukraine, the other things that he's had over time in this process, and also why he has still not released documents to our committee and reports to our committee that we need to actually proceed in our committee of Judiciary Committee, which is the committee of impeachment. I have a question. Why are they hiding this stuff from us? If they think they have such a case, give us all the materials and don't let Jerry Nadler write a crazy letter that says on the 6th, let us know who your witnesses are. We don't even have the information from the Intel Committee yet. This is why this is a problematic exercise and simply a made-for-TV event coming on Wednesday.
Okay, that was Doug Collins, a Republican from Georgia, okay? And he is alleging that Adam Schiff needs to be called as a witness because Ken Starr, the special prosecutor in Clinton, in the matter of the impeachment of Bill Clinton, was called as the only witness, okay? That's because Ken Starr had a secret grand jury proceeding, and he was the only lawyer allowed in the secret grand jury proceedings, right? Ken Starr was alone in a room with no defense attorney, no Clinton attorney, no Clinton witnesses, no exculpatory evidence, nothing. Okay, Ken Starr controlled a secret grand jury proceeding that indicted Bill Clinton. And so at the impeachment of Bill Clinton, the indictment of Bill Clinton, Ken Starr played the prosecutor again. Now, in this particular instance, Adam Schiff had questioning of 17 witnesses in which you were included. And we know that because when we saw the transcripts, there were questions that were asked by Republican members who were included in the questioning of all those 17 witnesses. That's number one. So Adam Schiff did not control anything. Adam Schiff did not do secret, dungeon, basement, backdoor, backroom hearings. You were invited to all of them, where Ken Starr invited no one from the Clinton camp or from the Democrats or any other person at all into the grand jury. So that's just ridiculous. Now, as for, the deadline to announce witnesses, their deadline to announce witnesses is December 6th. After the release of the report tomorrow. So now, if he's lost as to which witnesses he should be calling because he doesn't know what's in the report, he will know tonight at 6 o'clock. That's number one. Number two, then he was sleeping through those hearings, which you and me were not. Number three, call Mick Mulvaney. Call Mike Pompeo. Call John Bolton. All the people that the president will not let testify. If there's any confusion about which party they belong to, I suggest you Google them. I mean, this is such theater. This is such propaganda. They never attack the facts. They just keep going after Adam Schiff or the whistleblower. The whistleblower has been totally validated by every one of the witnesses who testified, because they were either on the phone call or on the ground in Ukraine, meeting with Zelensky or meeting with Yermak, who was the primary contact for Zelensky, and they had firsthand knowledge of what was going on. They had firsthand knowledge of a deal. They had firsthand knowledge of the withholding of aid. So did Ukraine. They had firsthand knowledge of what was being done to Marie Yovanovitch by Rudy Giuliani. They testified that they were directed by Donald Trump to have Rudy Giuliani take the lead in this swampy, disgusting shakedown of Ukraine at a time of war. What is their confusion? Why are they so confused? Maybe the mushrooms that they had were not the same ones we served. This is so bizarre and so disingenuous and such a freaking cover-up of a cover-up of a cover-up. Okay? And you got crazy, crazy Republicans. Steve Bannon was on the TV just, said how happy he is that all the Republicans are completely in, they're in the mud. They're down in the dirt, and they're going to stay there with Trump.
Let's go back to unity and substance. You've got the Republican Party, and I've been one of the rebels in the Republican Party. You've got the Republican Party more united than it's ever been, even in the run-up to the 2016 election. You have them saying this is unacceptable, it's unfair, this man was elected. We're not going to let this, we're not going to let the nullification project on overturning the 2016 election happen. Everybody's pulling together. So you have unity. You look at Hurd, who is probably the outlier on the committee. He's basically said, hey, I am not voting for impeachment. So you have the Republicans totally united. On the Democrat side, you've already had a member of leadership, and you had Van Drew. You've already had 2 vote no, and now you've got the 31. A lot of them saying, hey, I'm neutral right now. So I think you could have a carve-off of up to a half a dozen Democrats that don't vote for this, which then turns it into not just a partisan vote, but a highly partisan vote. And we've never had that on any impeachment, just a highly partisan vote to try to impeach the president. That, to me, kicks off 2020 in a great way for the president.
He's such a sick freak, man. How many shirts do you have to wear? Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand. But this is, now they're saying, oh, it's a partisan vote on the part of the Democrats. First he says the Republicans are unified no matter what law breaking they saw, no matter what they heard, no matter what talking points the Putin wants to spill into the American ecosystem. They will do it. They will say it. They will say Adam Schiff is dirty. They will say whatever they need to say. They will say anything, everything, even though there was testimony by Fiona Hill that this was all Putin's propaganda to frame Ukraine for what they did, right? So then on the back end of saying the Republicans will never react to facts as they find them, the Republicans have already made up their mind as to how they're going to vote, no matter what the facts show, no matter what the timeline, no matter what Zelensky actually said in public today. Yeah, what he said in public today, we're at war, you shouldn't make backroom deals, you shouldn't go behind our back. Why are you withholding aid? That's just, why do you say we're corrupt? That hurts us so bad. But the Republicans don't care. But somehow this is a Democratic plot. Somehow the Democrats who are upholding the law are the problem. Go to Randi